nightfall here in Metro Manila, but things are just heating up in the Ronato Coliseum. 2007 Philippines World Pool Championship is Day 5, Session 2, and this is the autoplay on Table 1. We've already had two matches, Jeff De Luna and Roberto Superman Gomez going through in their matches. Upcoming is Alex Pagulayan against the boy from Vietnam, Pham Tuan Ngoc. Hi everyone, if you're just joining us, welcome. If you're rejoining us, welcome back to the 2007 World Pool Championship here in Manila, Philippines. We're coming to you live from the Ronato Coliseum. As I said, we had a fantastic first session from Day 5, the knockout round here at this tournament. Winner stays, loser goes home. This is what happened. And here's confirmation then of some of the results from the first session. We have Jeff De Luna, of course, as I said, winning his first match. Earl the Pearl Strickland going down to Long Chi-dung from Vietnam, so he's out of the tournament. Ladanovic doing really well. Go through. And there's a shock so far here. Tony Drago beating Bram Lotfi, and Marlon Manalo going down 110 to Radoslav Babika. At this point in time, I'd like to welcome my guest in the studio, Anthony Suntai, Pat Holtz from Scotland. You were there watching Marlon Manalo play against Radoslav Babika, 10-1.
Well, first of all, Babika actually got off to a very good start. Marlon just couldn't actually come back. He had a few errors here and there. He did have his chances, but really just couldn't take advantage of it. In fact, even in the last rack, he was down 9-1. He went up to the table twice and had two errors, handing the table back over to his opponent, Babika. And I was going to ask you, in a particular situation like that, you know that you're down by that big. I was just surprised to see Marlon come up with those two mistakes in that just one rack, and I feel that sums everything up.
Yeah. Once players get into a pressure situation like that when they're so far behind in a match, their arm tightens up a bit. They don't actually think like they normally think in a match. And you know it's opposite when you're in front. Your arm starts to free flow and they play their A game, but it was not today for Marlon, that's for sure.
Okay, so that's one Filipino out in this tournament. Coming up is Alex Pagulayan, of course. Here's confirmation of some of the other results. Francisco Bustamante, winner over David Alcadi, and Nick Vandenberg through after beating Imran Majid. And in the bottom three, Luis Kondo will wait for the winner of Alex Pagulayan and Pham Tuan Ngoc. Georgina Chang is standing by right now with Alex Pagulayan.
Well, it's such a joy to watch Alex Pagulayan play. I'll give you three reasons. Firstly, always so smartly dressed, Alex. You look like you're either going for a wedding dinner or a hot date.
Yeah, no, I bought this suit 2 years ago and never got the chance to wear it. So I said I'm gonna wear it this tournament. So this is the knockout stage now, so might as well wear it now. I might never get to wear it.
No, don't say that now. The second reason why we love watching you play, because obviously you're an amazing player. You did so well in the group stages, but you're taking on an unknown entity. You've never played against Pham today, and you've never seen him play. So what do you think you're going to do?
No, I'm just gonna play my game. Everybody joined this World Pool Championship. Obviously, they can play, so I'm not gonna take anything for granted. So I'm just gonna do whatever I can there. Hope for the best.
Okay. And the third reason why we love watching Alex play, because you have such a great personality. You know, you never know what he's gonna say. He makes us laugh. Will we see that today?
We don't know, because I just wanna be myself. We'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All the best, Alex. We'll see you on the table soon.
Thank you very much.
All right. Back to you, Dave.
All right, thank you, Georgina. Guys, last thoughts on the match. Pat, let's start with you.
Well, I think going by the experience, Alex, 2004 champion, he's back on his home soil, so He'll be looking to put a good show on for the fans here.
Yeah.
So I'll go for Alex in this one.
You know, I'm also with Alex, but at the same time, I want to just caution everybody out there that this is not going to be a cakewalk as far as he's concerned. The Vietnamese got through the group stages. People don't understand that it's hard to get to the group stages,
Yeah.
and so it's going to be very difficult. It's not going to be a cakewalk.
Oh no, it won't be a cakewalk, it'll be a tough one for both of them.
Okay, that match is upcoming. Alex the Lion Pagulayan against Pham Tuan Ngoc of Vietnam. The entertainer against the qualifier. That's upcoming. We're going for a short break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Big decision here for Alex. One thing you gotta love about this game, every single rack is so different from anything else.
I think this is what makes it so absorbing, isn't it? You think you've seen it all, and then something comes along and you realise you've seen something different, and this is what separates the great players out, that they are the ones that can cope with just about anything that's thrown at them. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do from this position, and that's part of the problem. It's making the right choice.
This is the kind of situation where all the options are really unappetizing. The bank is on, but it's a sellout if he misses it.
Yeah.
To ticklish safety to get near the 5. Most of the balls are in the perimeter. It's a hard shot.
He's looking for safety, and I don't think he's going to find it.
No.
And that's well, he's got it cozied up against the 8. That's the good news, but this is makeable.
Very makeable. Not a lot to do with the cue ball here for Pham.
It's the kind of shot you've got to make if you want any chance at all of pulling off the upset. He'd make it on a practice table 99 times out of 100, and he makes it here as well. Not a carry with the cue ball. Lines up the 5. Oh!
Wow, what a miss. What a miss by Pham.
Can't do that. Not against this man. That'll bury your chances right there. He'd done the hard work, it would appear.
Well, he had a bit of an awkward stance, was ridging over a ball. Maybe that threw him off just a bit, but Pham, that's his 3rd unforced error. He can ill afford to make many errors against Alex Pagulayan.
That one is a real sickener. The previous errors both had a degree of difficulty attached to them. That last one did not. And having played what looked like the hard shot, maybe he just mentally switched off a little bit.
Could be.
Whatever, there's no justifying it. Pham cannot allow opportunities like that to Alex Pagulayan if he wants to make this competitive. So he's going to be in a hard place now.
that's a nice draw shot there.
That'll do it. Big error. Huge error from Pham. And the man to take advantage of it, Pagulayan. He's halfway in this race to 10. It's Asia's number one,
9,
Southampton
Alex
fan.
Pagulayan to break, leading by 5 racks to 3.
He's possibly Southampton's only fan in Asia. Here's Alex Pagulayan, who's got his own fan club right here. And they're enjoying what they're seeing after a slow start. And Pham took the first 2. Pagulayan has taken 5 of the next 6. He's got that break cooking. Once again, the one ball has been pushed up the table. And where's that cue ball off to?
Settle down, please. There's other matches on. Ball shot, ball in hand.
There's your luck. And this was bad luck. Look at that.
Gosh, some members of the audience really worked up about that one.
Well, there's errors and then there's just rotten luck. That falls into the latter category.
That was a chance for Alex to really put pressure on Pham.
Oh dear. The little things are starting to creep into this man's game now, aren't they?
Yeah.
After such a solid first 2 racks.
The nice thing about this is that he can just concentrate on the pocketing side because of where the 5 is.
And that 5 ball, lest we forget, is the 5 ball that he made an awful mess on into that pocket last time up.
Oh, he
He's
didn't
made a
like
mess
that.
of it again. He's taken it away from the pocket. Well, is there some kind of jinx with Pham on that 5 ball into this top left-hand pocket?
No, but there's a bank available here.
Well, he better get it. Otherwise, Alex is back and he'll clean up. Has he played for safety? Because if he has, he hasn't got it. You just get the sense of the air coming out of the balloon here for Pham. The self-belief is draining away now.
Alex has a thin cut on this 5. Take the 5 down there, but the natural path really brings him up for the 6 with the cue ball. Natural path of the cue ball. Well, wow, I didn't think he was going to hit it that hard. And that is sublime.
That's as good as you can do it. That really is.
I thought he was going to leave it up on the top of the screen there. But turns out he could not hold it that short, so he had to let it run. This is huge.
Well, there is clear blue daylight between Pagulayan and Pham if Filipino cleans up what looks like a routine table here. And again, Pham will just have to curse that 5 ball. Twice it's haunted him. Back-to-back racks. And it's just making it too easy now for Pagulayan.
Extension here on the cue for Alex. Just the control draw shot back for the 9. Yeah, he controlled it off a rail, off 2 rails. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes. And made it look ridiculously simple. That's one of those don't try this at home shots. And will end up at the top rail. Alex Pagulayan, former world champion. They're enjoying it in the audience. Alex is enjoying it too. This man isn't. Once again, it's that 5. He pushed it there, created the problem with the bank. Didn't get safety, didn't get the shot. Pagulayan back up. See you later. So 6-3 in a race to 10. That is not a winning score by any means, but
Track 10, Alex Pagulayan to break, leading by 6 racks to 3.
you would get long odds at the bookmakers now on Pham Tuan Ngoc coming back from this. And the real worry is the body language as he went back to his chair after that last miss. He's starting to look a beaten man.
Alex just has this soft break down pat. He has figured it out.
It's almost like the breaks are getting softer as well, aren't they, with Alex?
Yeah.
That last one, you almost felt they weren't going to disturb the balls. As it is, look at the damage he's done. Let's spread the balls around the table. Nice shot on the 1, as good as you could ask for under the circumstances. And position on the 2 to back it up. And he is up and running again here in rack 11.
That's good speed. He got just the angle he needed. Now he can just play a sliding ball, have the cut on the 3. He can go up and down for the pink 4. Yeah, played a stun run through there. That's another shot that the snooker players do so well. Hit it hard, but make the ball just crawl forward a couple of centimeters. Didn't want that.
Yes.
He's wriggled the 5 free, but he's also lost position on the pink 4.
Totally. So, some you win, some you lose.
I think that's where he wants to take the 4 now. Play this as a shot to nothing. Having said that, I'm not sure where he's lining this up, though. Oh.
Stop there.
That was a full... The shot I was describing, Nick, was like a shot to nothing. You know, it was a professional side miss on the bank. This was just a full-blooded go at this bank. And he got it. Gutsy shot.
Well, it's the sort of thing you can do when the shots have been flowing off your cue tip all night long. And you've got your foot on your opponent's neck, metaphorically speaking. You've got to have that confidence, that feel that if you go for it, you're going to get it. A touch straight. Oh, he's okay, he's got enough angle. Get ready to chalk up another one on the Pagulayan side of the scorecard. And it's starting to look like an easy night's work for the former champion. This will be 7 of the last 8 racks in his favour. And quite frankly, he's looking unstoppable now. Still a long way to go. But Pham in that other chair looks a beaten man already.
Alex
11, Alex Pagulayan to break, leading by 7 racks to 3.
Alex Pagulayan is on fire right now. He's won 7 of the last 8 racks.
Well, honestly, this is like having a nice cup of coffee in front of you, and then somebody brings a biscuit along and says, "Here, have a biscuit with your coffee." You just got everything you want. And poor old Pham over there has got nothing. An empty plate.
And remember, Pham won the lag.
And looked good for 2 racks.
Yeah, and he was the one who broke, who did this soft break to kick things off, and then a light bulb must have gone off in Alex's brain. So Pham must be thinking, I wish I hadn't shown him this break.
Pham looked terrific in those first 2 breaks, very composed and very assured. But once he got himself caught in no man's land on that one ball in rack 3, it's been pretty much spiralling downhill and out of control ever since. Boy, this one's gone in double quick time. In the blink of an eye, we've gone from 7-3 to 8-3. Did that rack even take 2 minutes?
I don't think so.
Well, he's playing at 100 miles an hour now, isn't he? Alex Pagulayan. He's playing like he's got somewhere to go tonight. Times, that's all next week starting.
Thank you. Rack 11, Alex Pagulayan to break, leading by 8 racks to 3.
There is an air of inevitability about this one, but
that woke me up.
I think it woke everybody up. He's just having way too much fun. I was just saying, there's an air of inevitability. Pagulayan is under no pressure at all. He's just enjoying himself out there. It's like an exhibition match for him.
I think he was making fun about how soft that break was.
Well, all right. What's he going to do with this one? He's got a combination on there.
That's probably the weakest break we've seen tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the least separation of the balls.
There's a hideous cluster down the bottom end.
Yeah.
The one's covered. I don't know if it'll go as a combination or not.
Yeah, no amount of Bruce Lee shouting is going to get those balls to scatter any further than that. And he's in trouble here. Has to play safe.
Trouble is a relative word here, because that table looks messy. I'm not seeing Pham, even if he was in top form, getting up and cleaning up the table here. And Pham, as we know, is badly out of sorts anyway. Push out if you want it, but I don't see any great value in that. He's got to try and do something and just make sure of safety here. There's certainly a very, very large bolt hole to go and hide behind.
Oh, he found it. Great shot. That might be the best shot of the match. Brilliant shot.
And if you were feeling down in the dumps and sorry for yourself, sat in the other chair, you probably feel a whole lot worse about your life looking at that little lot. Does that cue ball? I don't think that cue ball slides through there, does it? Let's take another look. It's the carry of the cue ball that is the thing of beauty here. But can he thread the needle?
If I'm Pham, I might be thinking of just, edging the 3 ball closer to the 8 ball there, just to mess things up even further. Instead, he's going to go airborne. This is going to be a jump kick for Pham. He got it. Great shot.
What's he going to get off the back end of it? Is he going to get his luck as well? That shot deserved that. That was the bit you couldn't control. How does it all end up? But the shot was so brave and so well executed. It would be a harsh man indeed that would begrudge Pham his bit of good fortune here. Even if you're a Pagulayan fan.
That's coming out.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Pham has a chance here to get back into this match.
He can get a couple of balls down, that would be progress.
Yeah.
I can't remember when he last made a decent shot. Had any kind of shot.
Yeah, but he needs to make just one good shot here. Draw this back with a little bit of right-hand spin and get shape for the red 3 into the bottom left. Then he could be off to the races.
That would solve the cluster problem right there, wouldn't it? What's he going to get? That's got to do an awful lot of work.
Yeah, he played. I guess he didn't have the angle to draw back to the right, keep the ball on the right side of the table. Simple safety here. Thin the 3, take the cue upstairs. That's all he's thinking about.
That's what he can't do if you're thinking of a snooker background there. What he couldn't do was just go the other side and leave the cue ball next to the 8 ball, because you've got a contact with a rail. It would be a foul otherwise. As it is, he's got it about as good as you can do under the circumstances.
Ball in hand.
That didn't quite look on. Even when he was lining it up, I'm thinking, well, Alex has got the best view in the house, but that looks an awfully narrow window.
He trying to play that a little too cute. Yeah, there was plenty of room to make a legal shot there on the 3.
Just had no margin either side. It had to be squeezed right through. Uh-oh.
That's fine.
Oh, he's just about got away with it. I thought it was going to die. Now he should be okay. Now he can get back to business.
Pham now, in his next couple of racks, needs to have his A+ game, and he needs to get lucky on the break if he's going to challenge Pagulayan in this match.
I guess this is the thing with him, isn't it? If you're going to be hypercritical of Pham's performance here, he's made a lot of the good shots, the medium degree of difficulty shots. But I don't remember him making any of the really tough ones, Bob. The kind of shots you have to make if you want to go deep into this tournament. Because it's those tough shots that mark the difference between who wins and who goes home. It's like the big points in a tennis match. Exactly the same principle. Put his eyes back in. Alex's turn to sit in his chair for a little while. How long can Pham keep him there? Not out of it, but his safety net's gone now. I don't suppose you're going to be hearing that break again. It wasn't the best. Well, it's a long road back, but it's not an impossible journey.
Pham Tuan Ngoc to break, trailing by 8 racks to 4.
I mean, just a couple of racks like he started the match would make it 8-6, and that would put everything in a very different light. He's not deviating from that soft break. And straight away he's got an issue to resolve here. The 1-6.
Very touchy little 1-6 combination, but it is makeable. He rattles it in.
He had to have it as well. Now, if he gets position off the 1 onto the red 3, all the clouds in this particular rack will have lifted. And that's not a bad effort. Well, where's the cue ball going to go dancing off to once he's made this little cut? No, he kept it nicely under control.
Very well judged. This is looking good for Pham.
Looking very good.
And this soft break in this match has really yielded easy runouts for both of these players. Just a little short of pace here for the 9.
And your point is?
Made a good shot.
He's back in business. And he's not out of this. Ball came off the break. That was the toughest shot in the break. Bounced around the jaws. To enjoy one of Filipino snooker's.
Rack 14, Pham Tuan Ngoc to break and drilling by 8 racks to 5.
One of Filipino snooker's legends. This fella trying to put the lion to the sword. Long way to go, but another good break here, and who knows? Hello, what's happening here?
Oh, wow.
That's nasty. That is tough, isn't it?
That's rough.
That's killed the break. Look at this. Look how far that 6 is coming back from as well, and it not only obscures, but it pushes the 7, the 1 ball. It looks great. Look at this. Terrific now. And then, like an express train crashing in and leaving a mess everywhere.
You know what I like here?
Ooh, that's...
Then knock the one in. Because it's very hard to...
Yeah, he's gone for the push out.
Yeah, he's just going to go for the push out
That's
instead.
a tall order, what you're dialing up there, Bob. Crikey.
There, you see Pham sinking the 5 ball. That's perfectly legal on a push out.
You can even put the 9 ball down, can't you? It'll get respotted, but you can put the 9
Yes,
down.
you can. You can, yeah.
Should you wish to.
Yeah, that's he really had to push out to the side of the table.
Why do you put a ball?
I guess he wanted to make sure that the cue ball would stay in that spot, and potting the ball was an easy way for him to do so. He can just play a stop
He's
ball.
cleared the table. Not that it needed a lot of clearing. If Pagulayan gets a hold of this 1 ball, that strategy is going to backfire horrendously. But you're right, it's a tough ask. But don't forget, Pagulayan could throw it back.
Oh, that's clever. That's a clever shot there by Alex. That's
It
just
certainly is. Although, is there a bank on?
that's good knowledge there. It's going to be a tough kick on,
It's a yeah.
but you know what? It's makeable.
It is makeable.
If he hits that short rail just to the left of the 1, it's going to go in, and the 2 is in a reasonably available spot.
Yeah.
He's 50-50 to make the shot.
It's a 2-railer. Oh, it just needed an earlier contact.
You know, I'm not sure that he had to hit it that hard. Perhaps he needed to straighten the angle. That's why he had to hit it at that pace.
And that's another example of what we were saying earlier, Bob, isn't it? The really tough shot, he doesn't make them.
Yeah. Alex, I think he'll use the 7 as the blocker here. He's going to play safe.
Is a nuisance as well. That's not an easy out. The position of that 7 right there, that rules out any possibility of some work with the short stick, and actually forces you to go in one direction. Unless you really did want to go right round the houses. Yeah, that's the only other way around it, isn't it?
I don't know. That's the only thing. I don't know if it's on, though. It's tough. Alex's safety game is really helping him out with this match. Oh, he got a good hit.
Oh. And where's that going to go? Is it going to stand up? Yes, it does.
That's well-deserved applause there.
Well, maybe I should take back what I said about he never makes the really tough shot, because that was a brutal safety to get out of. As you can see, he's not out of the woods yet, the Vietnamese, because Alex still has a clean look at this one, so there could be trouble ahead for him after this shot, but I guess you just take one of these safety shots at a time.
Alex does not like this situation at all. It's going to be very hard to play safe here. There are not a lot of balls, and they're off on the side of the table. And there's no easy offensive play either. He may just have to just glance off this 1 and use the 2 very softly, and then use the 2 here as the blocker ball. That's what I can see, but it's a delicate shot. At least get the distance.
Yeah, lots to think about here.
Pham knows he's not out of it yet.
No, he's not.
5-8 down in a race to 10 winner breaks. It's not yet over.
He's giving himself a chance with that wonderful escape. Can Alex put him back in jail? And he's going for softness, looking for that 2, as you said, but he's not found it.
Yeah.
Now, here's an interesting situation. Because that 8 ball there is off the rail by a fraction. So that pushes up the degree of difficulty of any possible combination shot here.
Maybe he'll find a way to use the 2 again as the blocker here. Just dial back a bit. Yeah, he's got it. Oh, that's mean. Alex has a 1-rail kick escape. That's all he has here. Alex must be thinking that he must feel that he should be winning this
Hello.
match by now.
What's he got there? That's nice.
I think Pham can see this one, though.
He'll have to queue over the 3. Can he see enough of it to get the angle?
He's gonna, I think he can shoot the 1 here. The problem is he does not want to be straight here onto the 2. Needs angle off the 2 because of the 3 is up top of the table. Oh no, he doesn't see it, so he's jumping. He's jumping with the ball right there. This is hard. He might be better served just kicking at this. This is tough.
You see these balls moved in this situation. You know where our referee is looking. Shot. What a shot.
Well, aren't we glad that Pham isn't listening to me? He knew exactly what he was doing there. Got the jump, took down the 1, and has the angle on the 2. That's as important as anything else.
And those of us that said that Pham has not made the really tough shots yet have just been forced to eat our words. That was a beauty. So was that.
At one point, Pham was down 8-3. 5 more balls, and he's
And slumped in his chair, Bob.
Yeah.
He'd virtually thrown in the towel.
He's very straight on this 3. I reckon he'll just draw back a bit. Take the 6 into the top pocket, unless he's going to force the angle here. Anything can happen at the World Pool Championship.
A little bit of angle as well. It was 8-3. Alex Pagulayan, not the only one thinking of an early night. Maybe his plans for the evening clouded the business in hand. Pagulayan, from being in cruise control, is going to have to go through the gears a little bit here.
Oh, that's a good draw stroke under pressure.
This wasn't on the script. Pham is rallying beautifully here. I wonder what that jump shot will have done for his confidence. Well, 3 in a row. We had him written off 20 minutes ago. He's coming back hard.
Rack 15, Pham Tuan Ngoc to break, trailing by 8 racks to 6.
I think if Pham wins this one, this auditorium is going to fill up. What few spaces there are going to be claimed. Hello, hello, hello. Oh.
No, thank you. I'm not having that.
Yeah, quite right too.
Ball in hand.
That is just about the last thing he needed. Repeating his error from rack number 1. He drove the cue ball straight into the side pocket.
It's almost as if he realised, I've got a chance here, and he's tightened up on the shot.
This is like taking candy from a baby. A very simple run out with an easy opening shot.
But we'll get Alex on the hill as well, and suddenly we're no longer looking at the great Pham fight back. from 8-3. What a pity. And as you say, Bob, you've unfortunately hit the nail on the head. That is all his own work. He's the architect of his own destruction here, if that proves to be the turning point in the match.
Yeah, that's his 5th unforced error as opposed to just 2 by Alex.
I thought he'd got all those kinks out of his system as well. I really thought he was starting to put some good pool together. I think Alex did as well. I think some of these fans did.
But I guess you're really playing with fire when you're playing with a soft cut break like that. A soft full-on break, perhaps a bit safer, but the soft cut break can get you into trouble. Alex needs to take this 5 down lower left corner. Then he needs to, I would say, either leave the ball there or dribble it forward a bit. He's going to dribble it forward so he can take the 6 into the side and take the 8 into the same pocket where this 5 is going down. Just like that. Wow. Now he's got the other angle to take the 8 into this pocket. And the cue ball goes here and like that. And that's got to run just a little bit more.
It almost followed your arrows to perfection.
Well, he'd love to have about 2 more inches to the right here, but shouldn't trouble him too much.
No problem at all. And just like that, off the scratch, the self-inflicted scratch, Alex Pagulayan goes to the hill and can breathe a mighty sigh of relief. 8-6 and this man breaking. It was a nervous auditorium. Suddenly the pressure's off again. Alex Pagulayan can break for the match. Some more comforting scorelines who were fans of Filipino pool. Pagulayan pegged back from 8-3 to 8-6.
Rack
Pham
16, Alex Pagulayan to break, leading by 9 racks to 6.
Pham breaking. It was all looking a bit ominous, but the natural order of things seems to have been restored, and one good break could see Alex conclude his evening's work satisfactorily. The one got a bit of a kick, but should be okay. Not ideal.
I think he'll take that.
But he'll take it, exactly.
It's a finish cut on the 1. It's going to have perhaps some difficulty holding the cue ball for the 2 into the lower right corner, but the 2 may be available into the side. Just has to hold his nerve, get over that finish line. Oh, he can take it into the side or the corner now. Good choice. That's a good shot.
That might be the shot that effectively ends this one.
Ideally, I think he'd like to be in the middle of the table for the 3. But he doesn't have much angle off the 2 to maneuver if he's going to take the 2 into this corner pocket. He may have to clip the 2 into this pocket and then send the cue ball here. That's a very small side pocket.
Staggered across the threshold, that one. But it went. And now he's just going to take the cross-country route here with the cue ball. Avoided the traffic.
Well, he's up against the rail, but it's all right. Just really a simple out here. All he needs is the correct angle on the 6. I think taking the 6 on, he wants to have that angle. Just needs to be high on the 6 here off the 5.
Well, I'm sure Pham has learned a lot from his experience. No mean achievement to make the round of 64 in the World Championship as a debutant at the age of 35. And no mean achievement to come through one of the toughest groups of all of the 16. And no mean achievement to make Alex Pagulayan work for it as well.
And he learned $2,000 for making it to the round of 64. Round of 32 placers will earn $3,000 US. And of course, there's much more at stake for the other places.
Yes, it starts to rise steeply.
That's well done.
It's been entertaining. It's had one or two twists and turns, but in the end, the script has been a predictable one. Good effort from Pham. Let's hope we see him again. Let's hope he learns from this. But there was only one winner. Alex Pagulayan, to the delight and relief of a packed auditorium here at the Ronato Coliseum, safely through to the round of 32. Pham started well, pushed him hard in the middle stages, but once he scratched at 8-6, I think Alex had decided enough was enough. Let's put this thing to bed. And that's exactly what he did. 10-6.
He's going to meet Luis Kondo in the...
Rack 9, Daryl pitch to break, 4-4. Well, we're tied at 4 apiece here. In this race to 10, last 64 stage. England's Daryl Peach. We're looking to go in front here, providing he can control that break.
Well, he keeps putting that one ball in the side pocket, but this time the 2 ball leaked out into a nice position for him, so he'll be looking to begin his journey here, and you can see how the balls have rolled out for him. Alcano looking on,
And what must be worrying Ronnie is he knows how well this table is breaking, and he's seen how effective he was last year using that break. So when he sees all the other players doing it, it must be bringing memories back for him, thinking,
yeah, people are throwing their own knives, his own knives back at him.
He'd be thinking, hey guys, you get your own party trick, this one's mine.
Well, that's the way Efren has to feel about everybody kicking well these days.
And that's the thing, once someone picks up a new trick in this sport, everybody wants to copy it if it's very effective. And Daryl just nudged into that brown 7 there.
Yeah, he didn't make his life any easier, but it's not insurmountable. Four ball goes away obediently.
Just having a look where he wants that cue ball position for the brown 7. Ideally he wouldn't have liked to have nudged it into that position, but
he has to worry now about what he does with the 8 ball, because he's going to run into it, I believe, unless He has a little trick up his sleeve. He may be able to just go forward and leave that 8-ball where it is. Play it up in the opposite corner pocket. That's what he's studying, the distance between those balls. Doesn't want to nick that 8-ball into a position that's too difficult.
No, ideally you don't want to be disturbing balls if they're already in a nice position.
Well, he taps that one, but it obeys him neatly, and he's in good shape.
He's got
to
a
take it down.
choice of 2 pockets here. You can either cut it back into the centre pocket and go up table and back down with a cue ball, or they can try and pocket it in the top right. I feel he's going for the centre pocket.
Center pockets are half an inch wider than corner pockets on all pool tables, so they present a bit of a larger target. Then again, they don't have that side rail helping guide into the pocket either.
Yeah, that's true.
And Daryl Peach gets rid of another 9-ball for us. He's got to be pretty enthusiastic about the result thus far. I mean, when you're playing a former world champion and maintaining your game and he's staying in his pace, doesn't at all appear concerned.
And that 9 for his 3rd breaking run out of the match so far. Another 2 frames. He's been down to Alcano making the errors. He's given Daryl the opportunity to go into a 5-4 lead.
Yeah, he's halfway home now.
Yeah, we sure have got a match on our hands here.
Well, we've watched giants fall all week, so it's not like Alcano is immune to defeat.
Rack 10, Daryl Peach to break, leading 5 racks to 4.
Such is the talent at this year's championships that any number of players could take out the big guns. They all believe in their own end game. And that's a nice
He's all right.
nice kick on the cue ball there, but that blue ball is tied up.
Yes, you can see how the 2-ball gets tied up against the 8 here on the lower right-hand part of your screen. That's going to be quite a problem. I would imagine that you're going to see some safety played off of that ball.
Yeah, I feel like you pocket this one, draw the cue ball way back down table, and they can just send the 2 back up table and just sit behind the black 8.
Well, now he's looking at his options. If he leaves the cue ball right there in front of where the 1 is now, certainly an easier position for the cue ball to reach, but a much more difficult safety.
Yeah. It probably hasn't entered his head yet that he could screw right back. We'll soon see what his shot selection is in a second. Yeah, he's going for the easier shot, which is draw down the bottom end of the table. It's a pretty simple shot, this. We'll be hoping to get the cue ball as close to the black as possible.
And from that distance, he should be able to do a pretty good job of it. Not at all bad.
He's just cut off the angle from the 1-rail escape. And that was the importance of trying to get that cue ball so close to the black 8 like that, is to just narrow down all the angles when you're escaping.
Yeah, Alcano now finds himself in a bit of a defensive position, down by a game, and if he gives up ball in hand here, he'll be down by 2, because Peach is almost certain to get through this rack with ball in hand. And there you have it.
Foul shot, ball in hand.
Well, that's a bit of good fortune for Alcano there, rolling that 4-ball up behind the 8. That'll add a little bit of challenge to this.
Yeah, Ronnie's been very offensive there. He was not only wanting to hit the 2-ball, but he was trying to pocket it by spinning side on off the second rail. But Daryl will be looking to take advantage of this here. Needs to get good shape on this 3 because that 4-ball's lying pretty awkward. That looks to be pretty good.
Well, he needs to get the right shape on this 4-ball as well. Well, he's able to play the shot now. He doesn't have to worry about a safety.
Need to avoid the 8 here, yes. Nice shot, back out table again. They're looking to pocket this 5 and come 2 rails back out for the 7. In the side pocket.
Has to make sure he doesn't run into the 8-ball as he comes out 2 rails. Oh, he gives it plenty of berth.
Oh, the way Daryl Peaches started this match, looks to be in very confident state of mind.
And with a 2-game lead that he's about to take, he has taken the crowd out of this match.
Yeah, it's certainly a good thing to do. When you're playing against a hometown favourite and defending champion, you want to try and keep the crowd as quiet as possible.
And you have to give it to the crowd. They give a nice round of applause for Daryl. They respect a good game of pool in the Philippines, no matter who is putting it on. Here's the way Daryl handled this rack. Well, 6-4 lead. He can begin to feel even more comfortable than he already appears.
Yeah.
Can unleash his game.
Certainly the mistake from Ronnie earlier on in that brown 7 is costing him dearly at the moment.
Certainly is. Alcano needs Daryl Peach to make a mistake. And Daryl has caught a gear that is going to tend to keep the mistakes down. I think Alcano's best hope now is that something goes
Track
awry
11,
on the break
Daryl
shot
Peach to
where
break,
Daryl gets
leading 6
snookered on
racks
the
to
lowest
4.
numbered ball.
Yeah, Ronnie will be looking for a bit of bad luck on Daryl's break. As Jerry says, he'll be hoping that he doesn't get to see the lowest numbered ball so that he can become more involved in this match.
And the 1's gone in the side.
Oh, and look at that. Absolute perfect on that 2-ball.
Yeah, and the one thing about this, another thing about this soft break is, as you notice, all the balls are down on virtually 1/2 of the table, so there's not as much position work to be done. It's easier to play shape throughout the entire rack. This break shot, this soft break, has tremendous ramifications on the way the game is played. 9-ball used to be a game of long position shots, sending the cue ball around 3 and 4 rails to get shape on the next ball. Now sometimes you're moving in a matter of inches.
Yeah, before there was a lot of unpredictable breaks. You weren't sure what you were going to be faced with after a smash on the break. But now it's just more control is exercised. And as you can see, the relatively easy runouts.
Well, a lot about the game, of the equipment of the game has changed to cause that. We used to play on real toothy cloth where it was impossible to get a tight rack. And now that, I believe he got a little too close to that 7. Can he see the 6?
I think he can just see enough of it there.
But now the cloth allows for a tight rack, and we've got better racks as well. And so the balls are mostly frozen together, which means that they're going to act the same way coming off the break time after time. And these players are good enough to be able to figure that out and figure out different ways to massage the rack.
Yeah, you're right there when you talk about the break and getting them all tight. I know what you're saying about the different type cloth, the woolier cloth. It makes it harder to get them all touching, but once you get them all touching, the ball seems to spread that much easier, and the wing ball certainly goes more frequently. And Daryl for this 9 ball for a 7-4 lead over the defending champion.
Well, you can feel the sagging hearts in this room. The last thing they want to see is their man Alcano going down, but Daryl Peach doing a pretty good job with that cue stick. Right now, we've got some sad
12,
surprise
to break,
running
leading
through our
7 racks to
crowd.
4.
Their hero, their world champion, trailing Daryl Peach 7-4. No surprise to those who know Daryl's game, but the people in the Philippines, they thought their man was a shoe-in on this match.
Yeah, certainly, yeah. This will be a big shock to the pool fans from all over the Philippines and all over Asia for that fact, because a lot of people will be unaware of Daryl's ability on the bass.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you know, does this remind you a little bit of what Alcano did last year to Suke? He's controlling the break, running out the racks, and there's just nothing that Alcano can do.
Yeah, it's certainly looking that way. You see, you got a great shot in the wind ball there. Just got a little bit of traffic in the way to get back out for that blue two.
Yeah, he can. Well, it looks like he's going to just draw back across. No, he
check. Yeah, a lot of check. Well, right hand side on the cue ball there to straighten up, come back up table, but he's just a little short on pace there. Yeah, you see it from our overhead. Just the wrong side of the blue two.
He's going, of course, to be sending the 2 ball into the side pocket. The cue ball then will come down this way for the 3.
He's just got to be wary of that corner pocket up there. You need to draw the cue ball away from that.
Yeah, he could draw it all the way down to the rail and back.
He's just going to slide it in, maybe.
Oh, he ran into that 6.
Oh, nice use of a 6 ball there.
Not a bad roll, eh?
That was a confident stroke there. I mean, if you're going to run into balls and use them to try and hold the cue ball into position, you'd be playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, you don't often see that. Players, as a cardinal rule, avoid any ball on the table that they don't have to run into.
Another fine shot there from Daryl Peach. Taking the long 3 down rail with a touch of English on the cue ball.
The Dazzler living up to his nickname.
Just got a little bit short again there. Still an easy shot for Daryl. Take the cue ball back up and back out table for the 6. He's back nice position again.
Yeah, and as long as he stays in line, he doesn't study these shots too long.
No, he's pretty quick play around the table.
His snooker background obvious from the fact that he puts the chalk in his pocket after every shot.
And if Daryl managed to hold himself together and pocket these last 3 balls, Ronnie Alcano will be getting very worried. He's not been at the table for a good few racks now. He'll be sitting in his seat cold.
Checking to make sure that the balls are positioned in the pocket so that the 7 doesn't come back out on him.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen a couple of times this week, and that means that you sit down and the incoming player takes the table. The ball has to not only go in the pocket, it's got to stay there.
And this 9 ball for a 8-4 lead, and in it goes. And England's Daryl Peach is certainly living up to his recent current form. And there we see it in the graphic.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, Pat. Alcano hasn't been to the table with a shot now in 6 frames. Peach just dominating this match. You didn't come from a snooker background, did you?
Yeah, I played a little bit of snooker when I was younger. Played alongside Alan McManus.
Oh yeah, sure.
Jamie Burnett and John Higgins, Lanarkshire boys.
Ooh.
I grew up with them when I was younger.
Did you keep the chalk in your pocket?
Yeah, and their money.
Good line.
I was a few years older than them, so I used to hustle them at the snooker. But those days are gone.
Did you ever wash the chalk in your jeans?
No?
Really? You always got it out?
Yep.
I would have dyed a few
Rack
shirts
13.
blue, I'm
Daryl
afraid.
Peach to break, leading
Mine.
8 racks to 4.
My mum washed the trousers for me. I couldn't do that. And Daryl Peach hoping to continue his good break-off so far in this match. And Ronnie Alcano will be wondering what he started here in this game of 9-ball pool.
I'm surprised Alcano hasn't just gone up and taken a seat in the stands.
Was that
Watch
7-ball
out.
gone?
This is what Alcano has been waiting for. A blocking ball between the cue ball and the 1. The brown 7 has done Ronnie a tremendous favor.
We haven't seen this since the opening rack when Daryl broke off. But as you say, this is a break that Alcano was looking for to hopefully get back into this match.
Well, Daryl's going to do everything he can to prevent Alcano from being able to unleash an offensive flurry on him.
He's having a good look around to see where he can push out to. He doesn't want to leave Alcano with an easy opener. He's just having a look to see if he just push away
Push out cold.
across table and just leave him the opportunity of a jump shot to take on.
Well, we know Daryl doesn't mind jump shots, so if he gets it back, he might be perfectly pleased.
Yeah, players do that. They push out knowing that they'll be confident in playing the jump stroke themselves. And it's certainly makeable.
Well, Alcano now coming to the table with an arm that hasn't been used in a while. Checking the angle of the kick.
And Daryl looks very composed there, and he's
Well,
been put back in by his opponent. And now we'll see what Daryl had up his sleeve.
well, it's not a jump. He's still got his playing cue in his hand.
And I wonder if he's going to come real first here, Jerry. And kick that cue ball, kick the 1 ball, up table. Hope to spin that cue ball back over towards the 6 and 7. Try and hide it.
That would be the shot.
Has he got the roll? It wasn't too far away. It was a good effort.
It was a good effort. Now Alcano has the bank open to him, but he's got a safety or two of his own up his sleeve. Alcano now can come off of this ball and hide the cue ball right here. Or he can go offensive and try and bank this thing out. No, he's gone for the safe, and he didn't get there. However, the 1 ball is behind the 6, so we'll be fairly pleased, unless there's an alley in there. From the body language of Peach, I would say there's not. Yeah, he's looking at a kick into the 1.
And you know, Daryl's got a similar sort of shot to he had the last time here. Come off the bottom rail with a lot of English. Skid into the side of that 1 ball, send it off the rail and back out again, and take the white back up table.
Yeah, he needs to beware of the scratch, however, when the object ball is that close to a pocket. If you come off the object ball incorrectly, you're liable to head right for the hole.
Yeah, just right there, you see the shot there. Just want to make sure he doesn't get too much into it.
He's going to put a little swerve on this cue ball, increasing the difficulty factor considerably. Cue ball could skid.
The leg's coming off the side rail here with a touch of English.
Yeah, he's changed his plan. I like this one better. It's more dependable.
Got the cue ball speed behind it too. No, just short of pace there. He'll be happy with that. He's not
Sure
left anything.
Well, we're going to have a little safety war here. Alcano will also run in hide. This time, he comes off this side of the ball and heads down here, but once again hide. Or he sends the 1 ball off. These guys come up with a different plan than I can find. That's the easier route, however.
Yeah, he played a very precise shot there.
Yeah,
Just slightly glancing off the 1 ball and hiding behind that 9.
Those feather shots like that are
Very difficult to execute.
very tough. To see that edge of the ball that finely.
And not only see it, but get the cue ball control and the pace of it to hide behind that 9. And Daryl's looking at coming off the top rail.
Yeah, these safeties will continue. Neither player wants to be the first guy to make a mistake.
No. You feel that whoever makes the first mistake here, the rack's gone, and
who knows how many more. Watch out.
And a good safety there from Alcano has created the opening. Here we see it again. Overhead shot. Daryl makes good contact, but the spin on the cue ball is taking it into the corner pocket. And now this is a fabulous opportunity here for Alcano to get back in this match. And that was very good use there. And the reason why he moved that 7 ball was to make the 6 a lot easier for position.
Be drawing back out around center table. Take the 4 in the side. 5 waits for him to go into the corner.
And you know, with simple things like that, Jerry, when he could have easily taken it another way and just missed that 7, but getting position on the 6 would have been a little bit trickier, and he's just taken that right out of the equation now. As you can see, he's got a fairly open field there.
Now the question will be, how long can Alcano stay at the table?
Yeah, he'll be wanting to stay for the rest of the match.
For a while. He's got a gap to close. He trails Daryl Peach 8-5.
Because he will know if he does make a mistake and Daryl cleans up, Daryl will be on the hill. And the way Daryl's been playing so far, you don't want to be giving him those easy opportunities at this stage of a match.
Or at least he will trail 8-5. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he will get through this rack.
Yeah, you would expect so. And that's nicely played there. Very good position on the 8 ball to draw back down for the 9.
Overcooked it a little bit, but
Yeah, he got into that one.
certainly nothing he can't handle. He's there. Now trails by 3, 8-5. Gives a big grin to his fans. Said, hey, look who's back at the table. That's me, your world champion.
14, one Alcano to break, then 5 racks to 8.
Alcano would like to mimic the recent performance of Daryl Peach and stay at the table here for a while. If he can get that break working, he can certainly do that. Wing ball down, 1 ball by the side pocket. And the crowd clapping their approval.
Yeah, very nice control there on the break. 1 ball sits nicely for him.
Yeah, the first problem I see is getting from the 7 to the 8. And that's not a huge problem. Two ball in one side pocket, the 3 ball will go in the other. All he has to do now is roll forward for the pink 4.
Yeah, he's got a choice of shots where he wants to shoot that 5. Looks like he'll be taking in the opposite top pocket. Just floating this cue ball out for a nice shot up the top for the 5 ball. Maybe what's that cue ball, as you say, Jerry, to come back out for the 8.
Yeah, if our view is correct, the 8 ball will need to go into the same corner as the 7. Possibly there's enough room here to move it to the other. Ah, he's looking to play up.
Yeah, he's got a slight angle there to draw the cue ball off the bottom rail and back out for the black 8 in the same pocket.
That's the easiest place to deposit the 8 ball.
It's a nice shape there, and he looks like he's done the job so far and brought another one back on the board for himself.
This is going to put him within 2. Just when Peach thought he had things in control.
Yep, there he is, yeah.
The break deserted him. Well, it didn't desert him, but it proved treacherous. Crowd beginning to get excited. 8-6 now. And the world champion within 2 racks of tying Mr. Peach, who gives a slight smile to the crowd.
Yeah, the crowd are all getting behind Ronnie now. They can feel the momentum coming here from their man.
Well, that momentum will either build or diminish considerably on the break, depending upon whether or not he can see the lowest numbered ball. You know, that 1 ball has to be sending a little bit of electricity through these players, because every time on the break is heading toward that side pocket, and they do not want it to fall.
No, they certainly want to be having a good view of that one ball, because that's the one they want to be playing for. They don't want to be relying on a little bit of luck for another low number ball to come into view for them.
Rack 15, Ronnie Alcano to break, trailing 6 racks to 8.
Watch the cue ball and the 1 ball.
Look at that loose grip he's got there.
Yeah.
Perfect control again.
Everything in the open.
And the crowd sure like this one.
You better believe it. The pool fans in the Philippines are very knowledgeable. They can see those patterns just as well as the players. They know when they've got an easy layout or a problem. Pat, toughest shot on the table from the 4 to the 5?
Yeah, certainly, yeah. You need to be leaving a good angle on the 4, because you can see that 9 ball and 5. And the 7 ball stops him drawing straight back for the 5, so we want to be coming out off 2 rails back for the 5. And you'll see that all develop in a few moments.
Yeah, we don't mean to get too far ahead on you, but it's interesting to see how the players develop the table to take care of the problems that they may have.
Oh, that was a poorly struck shot there from Ronnie.
That was a strange choice. Here's some results going for you across the bottom of the screen. This is the action that's happened earlier in the day.
And the 9 ball could be going towards the pocket here if he tries a thin cut.
Oh.
Has he got away with it?
No. The legend, Efren Reyes, by the way, has been eliminated from this tournament. He was beaten earlier today and has made his exit for this year.
Settle down then,
He
please.
was beaten by the Russian,
Quiet.
Konstantin Stepanov, who, by the way, has made the Mosconi Cup team this year. He lost 10-5.
Yeah, and Stepanov, a lot of people won't really know much. He's a current European #1 ranked player. So it's not too much of a shock result to be #1 in Europe with all those great players. It's no mean feat.
Well, it's not a shock in Europe. I can assure you it was a shock here.
Yeah, definitely.
This rack has got some problems in it.
Yeah, Daryl's got a choice here. He can either try and bank the 3 ball back across table, or he can. Looks like he's lining up for a safety here. You know, when the balls are so close like this down to the bottom rail, Jerry, it's pretty easy and makeable bank shot.
Yeah, and it's not an easy safety. I prefer the shot.
Yeah.
The bank gives you nice position on the 4.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have a problem with the 7 ball.
It looks like he's cutting this 3 ball in here.
Oh, that's thin.
No, he's going for the bank, and he's got it. And a nice kick on the old pink 4. And there's the supporters of Daryl Peach here. All 3 of them.
Yeah, all 3 of them clapping their hearts out.
Here we see that bank shot. Well controlled. And he's got a nice shot on the 4.
This is the shot that determines what he does with the 7 ball. As you can see, that 7 ball right there is a problem to get to. And he has to be able to play this shot so that he gets shape on the 5 ball to be able to play into that 7.
I'm just wondering whether you play to take it up the top left-hand corners you see on your screen.
That's the most conservative and reasonable shot. Don't do anything too fancy here and get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, the combination 7-9 is a much tougher shot. At Daryl just having a look.
I wouldn't think you would even consider that combination.
No. And that's the difference between the top professionals and amateur club players. They would be looking round for an easy 7-9, but it's actually a tougher shot.
They're always hunting the cheese when in league play. Let's let that ball roll. It might find a hole.
Yeah. And Daryl composing himself now. He knows how important this one shot can be here. If he gets it right, and he takes out the remaining 2.
Watch out.
And it's all away. And he's in good shape on that black 8.
He is. I thought he was too far away from the rail on that 7. I thought it might jaw at that speed.
Yeah, Ronnie looking very worried now.
Pocket took it right in, and Daryl Peach about to go to the hill.
Yeah, that's 9 ball for Daryl Peach.
Whoa. I tell you what, that was a hairy rack. And now Daryl Peach one game away from putting the current world champion out of the tournament.
And that a poor positional shot there from Ronnie Alcano, the 1 to the 2 ball. May have cost him his championship.
They have.
That's the third unforced error from Alcano.
This could be the moment when Ronnie Alcano becomes the ex-champion.
There we see it, Daryl Peach leading 9 frames to 6. Next race to 10. Last 64. Whoever wins this will go through to face Kung Fang Lee from Taipei, and the winner will be going home.
Yeah, this single elimination format,
Daryl Peach to break.
after every
Leading 9
round,
racks
you
to
cut
6.
the field in half. So we go from 64 today to 32 tomorrow.
It was interesting because Daryl's already played Ronnie in a big championship this year. 8-ball championship for the IPT, and he took him out in that too, so he's already beat him this year, so he'll be confident of playing him. And you can see from that break off, here we see it again. He's got a good view of the 1 ball up table.
He just has to come back across the table to take the 2 ball down. And from there, this table shapes up very nicely.
Yes, looking good here for Daryl Peach. He would have liked to have come over a good 3 or 4 inches further, because he would have made light work of the rest of it. But now he needs to draw the cue ball back. Or it looks like he's punching it in, coming 2 rails.
I think he can still get around the table, so he's all right.
Yeah, he's looking very good here. He doesn't need to do much here with this cue ball, just bounce it back straight down table for orange 5 past the brown 7.
Well, Daryl, can you hold your nerves for 5 more shots? This is just a stop shot.
Yeah, the adrenaline will be going through Daryl's body at this time, and that's good cue ball control there.
He only has to roll the cue ball forward a little bit to have a clear view of the 7, and an easy way to get shape on the 8. And getting from the 8 to the 9 is going to be the key. You certainly do not want to leave yourself a tester on the very last 9 ball.
Yeah, that will be the key shot in this frame. And this will be a fantastic result for Daryl Peach.
Will the Philippines see 2 of their giants sent home today? Reyes already gone.
And that's absolutely perfect there, Jerry.
It is.
Yeah, it's not been a good day. There we see Alcano's facing. He knows it looks bleak now with Daryl just having 2 more pots to send him out this championship.
Yeah, the speed of the cue ball will tell the tale. This is when the arm doesn't want to communicate too well.
He's going forward off 2 rails. And that looks pretty good. And now this 9 ball.
I tell you what, though, we've said it before, on this shot, it's putting a basketball into a thimble. He's done it. Daryl Peach has eliminated the defending world champion, Ronnie Alcano. He's out of here. Daryl Peach lives to play another day. And oh boy, if you haven't heard his name before, you've heard it now. What a victory for this man.
Yeah, I did see earlier on the match there, his supporters there. And the score line for Peach 10, Alcano 6, and Peach will advance to the last 32 tomorrow. Well, he will face Kung Fan Lee from Taipei, and his fans are delighted there.
Not a good day for the local fans, but sometimes you have good days and sometimes you don't. Daryl Peach clowning now for the cameras. You got to believe he's the happiest guy in Manila right now.
And that will give him a huge boost of confidence.
Right now. Right now.
So can you believe it? The defending champion, Ronnie the Volcano Alcano, is out of the competition. So the 2007 World Pool Championship will be without his defending champion in the round of 32. It's been a day of shocks. Ronnie Alcano out, and so is Efren Bata Reyes. What did Daryl Peach do right, or did Ronnie Alcano do something wrong?
Well, he didn't do anything wrong. It was Daryl Peach who did everything right. I spoke to him right before the match and I asked him, how did he feel against the reigning champion? He said, look, I'm not phased at all. I've played him before, I've beaten him before, and so I know I can beat him as long as I come up with the kind of game I expect. And he did come up with the game that he expected, and look at the result. Just like he expected, he came up with a win.
And earlier I said the veterans not performing up to par, the Filipino veterans. Efren Reyes also out of the tournament, going down to Konstantin Stepanov. Now I know that isn't too much of a surprise.
No, it's not. Obviously, not too many people aren't really aware about Konstantin Stepanov, but he's the #1 player in Europe right now in the entire tour, and so obviously we know he's got game. But still, going back to this match about Daryl Peach, what else can you say about the man? He came here with such extreme confidence. He wasn't fazed at all by Ronnie Alcano, and look at that, he comes off with a fantastic victory. That's going to create a lot of ripples as far as the Philippine scene is concerned.
It is going to, coming in with confidence or not, but you saw the way he celebrated. Okay, let's have a look at who's into the final 32. And this is it. Daryl Peach will be going up against Lee Kun Fang, Harold Stolker, and Wu Yu Lin will play in the other match in that branch. Francisco Bustamante will take on Nick Vandenberg, and Alex Zelai Pagulayan will play the Australian Luis Kondo. Goran Ledanovic will take on the man from Canada, Alain Martel. Mika Imanen against Tony Drago, and Shane Wayne Boning, the only American prodigy in this tournament. Of course, there's Corey Deuel as well in this tournament, and you see the other names, Long Chi-dong against Satoshi Kawabata. Kawabata, I must say, going up against one of the former champions and beating him.
Actually, he went up against Yang Ching Shun.
Exactly, and Yang Ching Shun was supposed to be one of those tipped to go all the way. But so Kawabata doing well there. Koko Ching against Oliver Ortman. Coming duel against Chang Jun Lin. Raosuke, the 2006 finalists against Niels Fayen and Chapong Fang against Roberto Gomez. So Anthony, let me ask you this. What do you think about the last 32?
Well, looking at all those names, those are all great players, and so I'm just excited about tomorrow's matches because I just can't wait to get the final 32 right there.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have the other play for you tomorrow. We have to say goodbye from day 5 of the World Pool Championship. It's been a great day. The round